Right, how's everyone doing? Good, I hope. Yeah, the Atari VCS is awesome, Now, the Atari 2600 is the first console I ever got, and I love it. And for the longest time, the Atari 2600 was my favourite console of all time. But now, the Atari VCS, the new one here, is my favourite. Now the thing is, my Atari 2600, I never um, modded it. I never modded it. I never changed the video lead. Even I mean, I just kept the RF lead on it. Because that's what we preferred, and plus I didn't have the skills to modify it. You know what I mean? So we can't play my Atari 2600 on my new telly here or the one downstairs because it only has RF. So for the longest time I've been using the Retron 77 there. See it there with the Atari VCS joystick and the PSP on top of it. Well, I've been using that to play my Atari 2600 cartridges on my television, And it's pretty good, the Retron 77, and, I would recommend it if you don't have an Atari VCS, Like, if, in my opinion, but the Atari VCS, I can play every Atari 2600 game, pretty much, that I know of. 7800, 5200, Lynx, arcade games, Atari arcade games. So if you love Atari like I do, and if you love your Atari 2600, especially the games, then you can play them all on the VCS. So that in itself makes it, my favourite system of all time, because I can play all my Atari 2600 games on a big screen like that, 4K, better sound, better visuals, and I can use the controller or the joystick or the keyboard. So if you truly love the Atari 2600 like I do, then you'll love the Atari VCS. It's just as simple as that, in my opinion anyway. So I'm going to show you, so right off the bat, even without using Chrome, the best thing, in my opinion, is the Atari VCS Vault and the Atari VCS Vault 2, And that's, if you buy the Atari VCS, you have the Atari VCS Vault free anyway, Then with Antstream Arcade, a whole bunch of other Atari games, 7800 games, 2600 games, arcade games, So, it's awesome, And, like Atari have been re-releasing the recharge games and 7800 games, which is awesome. And Atari VCS Vault 2, So, really, man, it's a no-brainer. If you love the Atari 2600, then you're gonna love the VCS. You know what I mean? So it's awesome, in my opinion, And I'm just gonna go. But Chrome there gives access to more Atari games than what's available here. I'm talking Activision games, for example, like Pitfall, River Raid. Look, those aren't included with the Atari VCS Vault. Space Invaders, Pac-Man, all them sorts, Galaga. If you want to play those games, Antstream Arcade is the best choice, but Chrome gives you access to pretty much every game, that came out on the 2600 arcade or 7800. So you can't go wrong. So whatever Atari gives you is good enough. But if there's a game that Atari don't bring out, like an Activision game like Kaboom or something like that, go to Chrome. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go to Chrome, and I'm going to Atari VCS games online. That's what I type in, and I have access to it. Now this is a dedicated site to Atari 2600 games, and it's pretty awesome, Now I don't know if Atari themselves made this website, but it seems like they did, So I'm gonna go to Google, and Atari VCS games, or 2600 games. Whichever word you want to use will work, you know. I always call it the VCS before they changed the name to 2600. You know what I mean? So anyway, so there you go, like, you know. Atari 2600 games, you know, pretty much the whole lot of them, you know. And this is called free80sarcade.com. But Atari 2600 games, you know, there you go, like, you know. A to Z, and it has 5200 games, 7800 games. You know, it has Sega systems as well. But if you're a true Atari nut, like I am, then the VCS is a no-brainer. So look, you just go down and it shows you the pictures of the cartridges, and you can enlarge the screen. You know, so the game takes up the whole screen. If you wish, you can make it as big or small as you like. So, I mean, it's awesome. You know, adventure, 3D acid drop, action force. Now, them games aren't Atari games. Someone else made them. I can't remember who made them. Alien, you know, Aliens Return, Amadar. So it's not just Atari games, you know, for the 2600 that are on here. Asterix, which is, I never actually played that before. Atlantis, which is an awesome game. You know, so it's all here, people. Barnstorming, which is an Activision game, and I think Atlantis are Activision games as well. I'm not sure, but it says Magic on the cartridges, like, you know. But if you want a specific game, if you don't want to go through the whole list, like, you know, just you go back up to the top, and it's all alphabetical. So if you want to play, let's say, Pitfall, press P. You know. And it's going to bring up every version, but not paper. See, like Pac-Man, Paperboy, you know, Pole Position, Pango, so everything. Pete Rose Baseball, like all sorts of games, you know. Phoenix, which is a brilliant game in my opinion. So it's all here, people, you know. Pitfire for the 7800, Pitfall for the 5200, 2600. Pitfall 2, which is a very expensive game, and I mean, I'm going to select that because I never actually played that before. Pitfall 2, this is it's a rare game and it's very expensive, you know, and I never played this because this came out in 1983, the year of the video game crash. So I'm just going to start the game, you know. You just press game reset on the thing here. And so now it has music. That's different. The original Pitfall didn't have that, you know, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna go full screen. There you go. So the arrow keys, I'm using the keyboard because it's just easier to use. Space bars, jump. Yeah, so this is Pitfall 2 for the 2600, like, you know. Like I said, I never played this back in the day. You just have to avoid all the animals and stuff, you know. It's all about timing, like, you know. Because I can't duck. I don't think there's a duck button. See. If you get hit, it sends it back to the start. That's different. That never happened in the original Pitfall. If they hit you, it sent back to the start, like, you know. So yeah, so that's just an example, like, you know. You press escape, you go back. Of, you know, if you really love the Atari 2600 like I do, then the Atari VCS has you covered, like, you know. So I'm gonna go to R, the for River Raid, you know, Rad Racer, all sorts of games. It's not just Atari games, but, you know, NES games. Fucking Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is a really hard game to play. You need 2 joysticks to play that game. Rampage, which is awesome, you know. So here you go, the whole library at your fingertips, you know, which is awesome, and it's brilliant. Here's a River Raid. See? Brilliant stuff, you know. Just gonna hit reset, start the game. No, I'm playing this one hand, so the spacebar fours, you know, so you gotta collect the fuel. Sorry, I'm trying to do it one handed, you know. Yeah, River Raid was one of the best games on the 26 without a doubt, like, you know. And this the game that I think made Activision a household name. This and Pitfall, you know. Yeah, brilliant stuff. I think there's a sequel to this game as well, like, which is hard to find and rare as well, like, you know. Well, that's it. I hope everyone has a good day. Take care and bye bye.